Right, well, good morning then. Surely coming up to the afternoon here at Wisbech bus station. We're gonna spend a bit of time here, I guess, seeing what happens. We're gonna snap a vehicle that we haven't seen in a while, which is parked in Beta right now. Yeah, we've got 3 single deckers from Stagecoach here today. Only 2 deckers for them, obviously the XL links go to town, and a Thursday service ran by Fowlers, obviously, you name it. See what happens today then. Right then, to start us off will be the 1200 departures. First up, the 1246 service to Kings Lynn. And this is run by the very same unit they usually dump on 46s, Unit 17. Whilst an XL by the number 36950 makes an arrival, here's a 1266 on the Wisbech Towns, 27205. I think usually all the time they put it on 505, so here's 2103 on the 1200 to Freeholes. Yeah, after a while on 505s, 2725s made a return on the towns for one day. There's a shock, isn't there? Next up then will be the 1205 XLC service to Peterborough, 36915 on that one. Scraping the curb and all. No wonder why they got damage hanging right at the bottom right corner at the front of it. That's why you raise the bus up a bit, to not get damage. Another red thing arriving. Here's a 1205 XLB for Norwich, 36902. Right then, the slightly delayed 1205 XLB service to Norwich, 36902. And the driver's only just managed to walk up to 15810, which will slightly delay the 1210 to Long Sun a little bit. Because with everything changing in June, ever since they moved yards, they've completely changed all the duties here. I'll have some respect on that, really. Some drivers slowing down for allowing me to get a picture. That's very well appreciate that is. The drivers slowing down to allow me to get a picture. You've got a few drivers around here that do that for me. Not that they know me well here. Right then, the slightly delayed 1210 service to Long Sutton via Gorefield. 15810, the bus that brought me in. Looking a bit off with its half a new headlight, half an old. Driver's forgot to change a blind and all, but happens, doesn't it? Well, there we go, he's just doing it. That's what happens if the last driver forgets to change a blind before the other driver comes and takes over. This slightly delayed 1225 service to Wisbech Tesco on Route 68, which will be ran by ex-Scunthorpe Unit 36059. try and get a better photo of this later once it returns. It's got one more run to do after it's to Tesco, then it's got to run back to depot to do potentially 505s later on, which it has been doing. We have a twosome departing from the bus station, guys. First up then will be 36906 working E1230 XLC service to Norwich. As this takes its time to leave, you might have a threesome as 27-205s get ready to leave on the 12:30 town circular. Meanwhile, it's 15654 on a terminating 56 service from Benwick, and the driver certainly made up time because that was bloody 31 late, leaving at 10:30. 36904 on the 12:30B XLB service to Peterborough. Drivers clearly having a good chat, aren't they? Oh dear. Come on then, get on with it. Drivers clearly having a good chit chat of the window, aren't they? Probably because he was in this bay. Well, then again, driver off 654 didn't even arrive. By the time the XL left. Right, are you leaving or what? What are you doing? No, you're not. You're still loading. Okay. Right, come on then. Get that heap of crap moving out of there. I'm presumably going to have this later on, aren't I? Which is fun. It's 27-205 on the 12:30 town circular then. As you can tell, this unit's very bouncy, isn't it? Especially for a 64 plate. Even Lincoln's Enviro 300s are way better than our lot, clearly. Right then, the slightly delayed 12:30 service to Benwick, which is now leaving approximately 7 minutes late, 15654, with the driver who I had earlier on my chariot over here this morning. Next up leaving will be that B7RLE in Bay 2. Right then, the Thursday only running 12:45, 43A for Sutton St James. And on the other 4 weekdays, this runs on a 43 to Spalding. And this unit's formed by an ex-National Express West Midlands unit that's now been branded for the Route 43. That's thumbs up from the passenger at the back. And there's nothing until 10 minutes time then. Once again arriving into the bus station is 27205. And meanwhile arriving in is 36918. Coming out of nowhere. And that is on... oh, a surprise. An XLB to Norwich then. Right then, arriving in as an XLC to Peterborough from Norwich. $36,901. With a Norwich driver driving this. He'll be back here again at 3 o'clock to then form his return journey to King's Lynn, so then he'll do a Norwich an hour later. The 1300 Wisbech Town Circular, formed off, you guessed it, 27205. I'll just tick off both 56 Bennick and Maney coming in, then yeah, that'll be the end of the video right afterwards anyway. Get to a point of I want to fucking fall asleep as is. Clearly this thing enjoys going around in circles rather than doing 505s all day, doesn't it? The 1305 XLB, service for Norwich. 36918. The 1305 XLC for Peterborough, 36901. And here's a Dart 36059 arriving from Tesco's. Not really a Dart, but it's an Enviro 200 Dart, so there you have it. And here's 2103 arriving off Freeholes to form the 1305 service back there again. You'll probably go straight back out once it loads everyone on. Told you so, not even a minute, and it's already leaving now. Well then, if I'll be back here by 2 o'clock and then I'll go out on the 1405, then it's got bloody school run to do yet. Then there's 1610 to Freeholes and so on. Here's the terminating 46 off of March. $19,606 with this one. Wouldn't be all too bloody surprised if it's got a cooling fan on in this heat. Wouldn't be at all surprised. First up on the 1315 departure is the 68 to Wisbech Tesco's. But it goes back to depot right after. As I said earlier. 36059 for this one. Try and get a good picture of it actually. If I can move across, try again. Got it, I have to do. First up then, on the before the 13:30's departures to next XLB to Peterborough. 36916. And also arriving, and once again, it's the bus on the town circular 27205 again. Whilst about that, 13:25:46 to March is now departing. No sign of the 56 to Maney, that's presumably running late. $19,606 on this one. With barely anybody on it, which is a shock, isn't it? Now departing is the 13:30 XLB service to Peterborough. 36916 on that one. And we'll see that again at 3:30, but I won't be recording, or possibly here by then. And meanwhile, oh, you're back! 36908 on AC to Norwich, and I've not seen him in a while. Good God. The 13:30 XLC service to Norwich, 36908. This car's going to ruin my photo, isn't it? Look at that, 127. No, try not to spoil the unit. Lucky at 1 at 56 from Mania arriving. Oh, I suppose I'll record you one final time before I end the video. Recorded this like too many bloody times now. It's just obviously going round and round in circles. Oh, get it right here. Sod it. Sod it. $27,205 working the 13:30 Wisbech town circular after a driver change. Got to try to catch up with some of these drivers anyway. For, you know, I've got a change happening, I've got to catch up with some of these drivers. This reminds me. Which will be announced in the video, hopefully by tomorrow. Probably before this one and my Trains at Peterborough video. Right then, terminating off a Maney and filming a delayed 13:30 to Maney will be this thing. 27882 ex-Scunthorpe unit. However, they chucked it on a school run this morning because it's usually a Deca run, but they chucked that on there. What a shock, eh?